What's going on, guys? Got another comic book haul video for you. I've got two stacks of books from two separate sales and then a couple of online purchases. Start off with the 50-cent and dollar books. I got all these at Great Escape, just a local comic shop here in Louisville that I've been shopping at since I was a kid, and they do a pretty good job of cycling out their 50-cent and dollar inventory. They even have quarter books as well, so I hadn't dug through the 50-cent and dollar bins in a while, so went there a couple weeks ago and found some goodies. Starting off here with Battle Beasts number 2. This is from the IDW series from a few years ago. I think it was a 4-issue miniseries. I got number 1 last year, I think, at the Zone, another local comic shop here. So I found number 2, number 3, and number 4. So I managed to get all the cover A's for this series, and these were all 50 cents a piece, so that was cool. I remember the Battle Beast toys. I had a bunch of those when I was a kid. They're little figures. They're about, an inch or two tall with the holograms on the chest, so I always thought those were pretty cool. So I don't have any of the comic that came out from in the 80s. I know they did a series back then too, but I haven't been able to find any of those in decent condition, so I'll definitely keep my eyes open for those. I found a Deathstroke number 10 from New 52 run, just a cool Liefeld cover, and he does the interiors as well. So I got number 10 and number 11. So those are both 50 cents. Got a Fantastic Four number 11. This is from Volume 2 or Volume 3. This is the first appearance of Aisha. That's her on the cover. I think that's her name. She's like a female version of Adam Warlock. There was some speculation that she was going to be in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, or maybe I can't remember if she was she played Warlock's mother in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I don't know if that's her or not, but she's gold, and I don't know. This fun book for 50 cents. Got a Lazarus number 1, second printing. Happy to find that. So that's all the 50-cent books. These next couple are $1. Olivia Twist number 4. Just grabbed this because it was a cool Sana Takeda cover. She doesn't do the interiors, unfortunately, but just really like her art style, so anytime I can find a cover of hers for $1, I'll pick it up. And I think this is the last one of this Renato Jones, the 1% miniseries that I needed. This is number 2, so I was happy to find that. Just Kari Andrews miniseries. I think he writes and draws the whole thing, so it's pretty cool. Like my crossover books, so I grabbed the Spider-Man Gen 13. This is it's a square bound. It's a little thicker than normal. No, teased me. I thought it was going to be a wraparound cover. Looks like Fairchild's there, but I guess it's just 2 depictions of Spider-Man and Gen 13, so it's pretty cool. And more crossover goodness. That's Street Fighter Cross G.I. Joe number 2. So that's 2 of my favorite franchises from my childhood, so when they cross over, how can I say no? Speaking of childhood favorites, got Transformers number 1 from the IDW run. I think this was the 2019 one. I'll open it up here. Yeah, 2019. So this must have been the last hurrah of the IDW books. I'm not sure how high the series went, but it's just a cool Megatron and Optimus Prime cover. Got number 8 here. This is the retailer incentive. It's still sealed. This one was, that was $1 as well. It's got a pack of the Transformers CCG in there that came out a few years ago. That I don't know if Wizards of the Coast did that. Hasbro owns Transformers now. Well, they've owned it for a while, I guess. I can't remember if Wizards of the Coast did the trading card game or not. It's not around anymore. It's kind of weird. I never got into the Transformers trading card game. The cards are taller than regular cards, like regular playing cards or Magic cards, so that's kind of weird. Makes them hard to store, but for $1, I'll pick it up. Got another RI. It's 1 in 10. Transformers Lost Light, number 21. Just looks like a sketch cover of whatever the cover A was, probably. This one was $1 as well. Another crossover. Transformers Visionaries. Again, two of my favorite toys from my childhood. So I think this is the second printing, as I think that's why it's red up there in the corner. I think this is a 4-issue miniseries. So I was happy to find number 1. And another retailer incentive, this Transformers Dark Cybertron number 12. This is the 1 in 10. Now this definitely is a wraparound cover. It's an awesome Metroplex cover there. Really happy to find this one. I would have grabbed this one even if it wasn't a retailer incentive, just a killer cover. You see the scale, there's Metroplex, and then there's Prime and a couple of the other Autobots running away. So really fun cover. Really happy to find that one. I think that one was... yeah, that one was 50 cents. The only bummer is that price tag is on the book, but can't complain too much. Grabbed this Wolverine Saga. It's a square-bound book. This is a newsstand version. That's how I picked it up. And it's in really good shape. Usually when I see these in the dollar bin, they're pretty beat up, but this one's in pretty good shape, especially for a newsstand. It's got a cool Rob Liefeld cover. And then on the inside, it's kind of just like a source book, I guess, or history almost, of Wolverine through the years up until this point. I'm sure this was sometime in the early 90s when that came out, so that was cool. Another Wolverine book. This is number 90. This is cool wraparound cover and like gatefold cover. It's got Hildebrandt art. That's the painted Wolverine and Sabretooth, and this is the Adam Kubert art, the non-painted. So it's two artists, two different styles of Wolverine and Sabretooth on the cover, which is cool. And then it's got a giant gatefold in there as well. Opens up the dying game. Yeah. So just some fun 90s goodness there. And speaking of 90s goodness, can't have 90s comics without some Wizard. This is Wizard magazine. Sorry about the glare. 21. It's a cool Jay Lee cover. Again, this is the newsstand, so it's pretty good shape for a newsstand Wizard from 30 years ago now. So I was happy to find that. And then the last book I got from Great Escape was this Trinity number 5. Just a cool Bill Sienkiewicz cover. I think it was in my last video. I showed that Fantastic Four with the Invisible Woman on the cover. That was a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. And it was not in his usual style, so this one caught my eye again because it's not as abstract as his stuff normally is. So this one's not an incentive or anything. I think this is just a cover B, but just a cool rendition of Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman on there. And this one was $1. This is in a bag, so gladly the sticker is not on the book. All right, so that's all I got from Great Escape, and then I got a couple of big books from online auctions. Got my first copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. This is Volume 1. This is the 4th printing. Picked this one up for $40 after delivery and tax charges on eBay. So I was really happy about that. This again, maybe this is where my love of the wraparound covers comes from. This is number 4, or the 4th printing was a wraparound cover. It's got the Turtles and Shredder and Foot Clan up there. I'm really excited to grab this. My earliest copy of a Ninja Turtles comic, slowly chipping away at, as many Ninja Turtles comics as I can get. So I was really happy to get that. And then even happier to get number 3. This is the first printing. I got this on Mercari with my the sales that I've made over the last couple months. This one was $150. So this is the most I think I've ever spent on a comic book, on a single comic book before. But again, I used the profits from the sales that I've made on Mercari and just used that. And he had the seller had this listed at like $175 or something. So I just shot him an offer of $150 and he accepted it. So I was really happy about that. And this the first printing. It's bigger. It's like a magazine size almost. And I don't know if this is... yeah, this is a wraparound too. Oh, I love it. Yeah, those early ones were wraparounds a lot. So you can see that cool blue tint. And then, obviously the original ones were all black and white, just cool splash page of the turtles coming out from the wall there. There's the original April O'Neil. I think this one's the first appearance of Baxter Stockman. I think number 3 is. So pretty cool. Really, really happy to find or to add these 2 early turtle books to my collection. And then the last stack of books here is from Pop's Comics. They had a big sale this past weekend. They called it their Purge sale. It was a sidewalk sale. They were just trying to clear out a bunch of inventory, and they had 8 or 9 long boxes and then maybe 12 short boxes of dollar books of stuff that had been in storage that they hadn't put out in their store yet. So it was all new stuff for me to dig through. So I got about 40 books. And these were all $1 a piece. Starting off with the Superman, Death of Superman. This is the 30th anniversary. This one just came out sometime this year. It's got the Death of Superman 30th anniversary. It's got the armband inside. And I can feel there's something hard, something cardboardy in there too. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm not sure what's in there that is like that. But I also managed to find the OG, not in the bag. I still need to find one from the 93, when it came out in 93, still in the black bag. But this is what was in the black bag. It just wasn't still bagged. So you got the comic here with the tombstone on the cover. This the beautiful, is that Dan Jurgens art? A splash page after splash page. You got the big gatefold there at the end where he dies. Spoilers. And then here's the armband that it came with. And let's see what else. Looks like some temporary tattoos in there. Some kind of perforated stamps, maybe. Yeah, maybe they're stamps. And then we got a trading card. Just some information. Yeah, I think there was a whole set of Doomsday or Death of Superman trading cards. So that, and we got a cutout newspaper story. It's pretty cool. And then this looks like a big old poster. Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to fit on camera, but it's the Death of Superman, Funeral for a Friend stuff. Yeah, it's got all the Doomsday books over there, and then all the Funeral for a Friend stuff. I think my buddy Andy had this hanging up in his bedroom when we were teenagers. I remember seeing that. I never had the poster hanging up, but real happy to find the OG Death of Superman book. Still looking out for the one in the black bag, because now I've got a bunch of the newsstands, or not a bunch of the newsstands, a bunch of the different printing, like second, third, and fourth printing. I've got the first printing, maybe it's the first printing I have in a newsstand, but nothing bagged yet, so except for the 30th anniversary one there. So I still need the original one, still in the poly bag, so I'm still looking for that one. I grabbed this 2099 Manifest Destiny. It's first appearance of Moon Knight 2099, I believe. I found one of these at Great Escape last year or the year before for $1. And they go for decent money, like $60, I think, maybe. So I'll probably end up selling this one just to recoup some of my costs and add to my kitty for the next Ninja Turtles book that I buy. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, got Thumpin' Guts #1. This is a Simon Bisley and Kevin Eastman joint. Kevin Eastman did the interior, or the story, and then Simon Bisley does all the art on the inside. And this one was polybagged as well originally. Obviously this one was not polybagged, but it did come with all the stuff, I think. It's either a temporary tattoo or some kind of sticker, I think. It's number 6 of 6, so there must have been 6 different ones. There's some weird money. And another poster. This one again is too big to show just on the phone. But it looks like this is Kevin Eastman art doing his version of Thumpin' Guts. So that's pretty cool. It says Simon Rules on there. And then, yeah, Thumpin' Guts was here. Unfortunately, he did not spell it W-U-Z, which would have been super 90s and the correct way to spell that. But, yeah, That's okay. I'll let that one slide. So this was only a one shot, so now that I've got this, I'll keep an eye out for the bag. The bag is, I can't remember what the bag actually looks like, but I think it says Thumpin' Guts on the bag, so keep my eye posted for that. Got this Nova #1. This is the Eric Larson Nova series from the late 90s, early 2000s. Not sure when this came out. May 99, right there on the cover. So just cool. He does all the interior art as well, so I was happy to find #1. Got some Beavis and Butthead goodness. This is number 18, just a run I'm trying to work on. Some Punisher books here. Punisher versus Bullseye #1. Really cool Mike Diodato cover. It looks like Steve Dillon does the interior art. This definitely looks like a Steve Dillon cover on #2, so that's pretty cool. I enjoy Punisher and Bullseye, so when they team up, how could it not be awesome? Another Punisher book, got War Journal #7. They didn't have, 6, the first one with Wolverine on it, but this is another classic Jim Lee cover, the fight between the first Punisher and Wolverine fight. I think it lasts maybe like 2 panels or something. That's how the fights used to last back in the 90s. It would be on the cover and then like 2 panels on the inside. So, but still just beautiful classic Jim Lee cover. So really happy to find that. Got this Wolverine #20. This is part 1 of the Enemy of the State arc. I read the trade of this years ago. Really enjoyed it. It's Mark Miller writing and then John Romita Jr. doing the art. So pretty cool combo there. Speaking of combo, got this Batman Zero from the New 52 combo pack variant. It's a Greg Capullo cover. So I know these. I just picked this one up because I know these combo pack variants, I guess, can go for a few dollars. This one does not. It only sells for a little more than cover price. But, I'm just grabbing it was only for $1, so why not? This, unfortunately, is not the first print of Bone #2. I grabbed it. There was a whole bunch of Bone books. This was the earliest. They did not have #1. And I had #2. This is the 7th printing, so unfortunately this is not worth anything. But I couldn't tell what printing it was. I didn't want to open it while I was just digging, so I just grabbed it and was hoping that it was an early printing, but 7th printing is not early enough for it to be worth anything, unfortunately. Found this cool Rocket Raccoon Loot Crate exclusive. It's a Dale Keown cover, and it's got Scotty Young's signature on there. So I just grabbed this. Two of my favorite characters are Rocket Raccoon and Thanos from the MCU, so when they team up on the cover, can't go wrong. And Dale Keown's a great artist from the 90s, and I didn't even I thought it was a Scotty Young signature on the cover, and sure enough it is. But then when I was looking at the cover, I saw it was Dale Keown did the art, so I was curious why Scotty Young signed it, but he does the art on the interior, so that made a little more sense. I got this Coven #1 black and white. Just I like collecting these awesome books. I never opened this up to see if there's anything on the back. A lot of these have flip covers. This one, of course, does not. It's got a Fighting American. I think that's Stephen Platt, doing the Fighting American. So that's cool. But yeah, just a cool 90s book. Got a Superior Iron Man #1. Just grabbed this one because it was a Hastings variant, and I don't have any of those. I believe that's a store over in England or something. I know they did a lot of variants, so just grabbed that just because it was a fun Iron Man Captain America cover. Got this Venom Enemy Within Part 1 newsstand. This is a glow-in-the-dark cover. If I had planned more, I would have tried to shine it up for you and turn off the lights, but I'm not much of a planner, so sorry about that, but still a fun Venom book. This is one of the newer books that I found. It's a Batman Spawn crossover that came out either earlier this year or late last year. It's got McFarlane and Capullo doing the art, so Capullo did the cover there. It looks like McFarlane inked them. McFarlane probably just did the story, written by Todd McFarlane. McFarlane does the inks too. The inks still kind of tell. he's got a distinctive style, at least, where if he inks, you can kind of tell it's him. And it's Capullo doing all the pencils, so that's pretty cool. Yikes. So cover price on this was like, what, $7 when it came out, and there was 12,000 variants, so I didn't pick any of them up when they came out new, so I was happy to find that for $1. Got Silver Surfer 75. Just a cool shiny cover. I picked up the newsstand version a few months ago, but I did not have the direct, so I was happy to grab that. Spider-Man 13. McFarlane did do the cover of this and the interior art, and it's a newsstand, so really happy to find that one. Grab this Spectacular Spider-Man annual number 11. Just grabbed this one because of the cool Eric Larson cover. I'm not sure if he does the interior art as well, but I really like his version of Spider-Man, so I was happy to find that. Next, got some Masters of the Universe books here from the Image Run. Number 1, just a cool J. Scott Campbell cover. Number 2, that's cover B. I'm not sure who the artist is on that, but it's pretty cool as well. And then, oh, that's weird. It says cover B, and then this one says cover B too. And they must be different volumes. Oh, but they're sweet. They're both wraparounds. Well, hold on. I'm making you guys sick. Sorry. This one is definitely a wraparound. That's cool. Very nice. And then this one. Oh, that's a wraparound, I guess. Oh, they're the toys. Okay. I was confused. So it's got He-Man and Skeletor battling, and then it's got, I guess these are the toys in the foreground or something. Because it looks like they're on a, yeah, I don't know what's going on. There's some very weird meta stuff going on in this cover, but I'm down. But, okay, so that says cover B. So this is volume 2, issue 2, April 20, 2003. And this one, okay, this is volume 1. Okay, that's what the difference is. So that's volume 1, that's volume 2. Still, really cool covers. And then I got number 8. This was the last issue in the run. This one goes for quite a bit. There's prices on eBay listing. I didn't check. I forgot what the sold prices were. The listings are like between $70 and $80, so it's a cool Oko cover. Picked up some Ghost Rider books. Got the director's cut of this number 1, the Garth Ennis and Clayton Crane run, and then picked up a few of these Trent Kanuga ones to fill out that run. I picked up a few of these issues at the Comic Book World dollar sale a few months ago. So I got number 1. Oh, I had them out of order. Well, this is number 3 for the Garth Ennis and Clayton Crane run. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. So I was really happy to get those. I think that's almost the whole series now. And they'll finish it up with some Bronze Age goodness. Got some Nova books to fill out my run, number 4, which is a homage to that Silver Surfer number 4. It's even got Thor on it, but it's got Nova coming in there from the right instead of the Surfer. So number 10, number 12 with Spider-Man on the cover there. Number 19, some kind of weird ice cube carbonate maybe. 21, yeah, and that was the last one I got, was 21. And then I got a Thor book, 366. Just grabbed this because it was a Throg cover. Thought it might be worth something when the new season of Loki starts back up. I got a Strange Tales 185, just a cool Doctor Strange Dormammu cover. And then finish it off with some X-Men books. Really happy to find this one for $1. It's in 134. This is part of the Dark Phoenix saga. It's not in the best shape. There's some damage on the spine there, and there's a little crease up there on the top. But for $1, can't really beat it. They actually had 2 copies of this. So I grabbed the best looking copy and left the other one for some guy that was digging next to me. He was pulling out all the Bronze Age war books and everything. So I let him. I told him there was some X-Men stuff in the next box, so he was happy to find that. Number 153, just a fun cover. 178, cool Storm and Blob with Nightcrawler on there. And then the last one is 268, as it says right there. Classic Jim Lee cover. You know, it doesn't lie. It's truth in advertising. Just really fun. This is my second copy of this. This is a much better version, a much better condition than the other one I have. It's not in near mint or anything. There's a cool couple spine ticks down there, but it's still in really good shape for $1. You know, it's cover price, so can't beat that. Alright, that's going to do it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.